Welcome back, or just welcome. I'm Lizzie Frizzle, and this is the Recap Corner. Today, we're talking about Farmer Wants a Wife, Season 1, Episode 9, called Meet the Families. It's a pretty self-explanatory title if you've watched other dating shows and or the rest of this season of Farmer Wants a Wife, because Jennifer Nettles explained in the last episode that in this one, the four farmers would each travel to their final two's hometowns to meet their families. What I didn't expect was that the hometown visits would stretch into 2 episodes. But before anyone travels anywhere, we've got to let go of the cliff we've been hanging from since the end of the last episode. Hunter and Landon still need to eliminate contestants to determine who their final twos will be. In Georgia, Hunter addresses his 4 remaining contestants in a group together, then asks to speak to Devon privately. I wonder what he wants to talk to her about. Hunter eliminates Devon because he doesn't want to be responsible for caging her free spirit. And also because I think he decided like 4 episodes ago that he wasn't that into her. Meanwhile, the other 3 contestants stew about Hunter's second elimination. Stephanie is especially nervous because she thinks Hunter is so guarded she can't tell how he feels. I was really surprised to hear her say that because of the 4 farmers, I've found Hunter to consistently be the least able to hide his emotions. Soon after, Hunter eliminates Stephanie. Ironically, because she's too guarded. That means his final 2 are Megan and Sydney. Elsewhere, like in Oklahoma, Landon does his elimination without bothering to get anybody up from the dinner table. He tells his contestants that both of the Ashleys are significantly closer to where he is in life than Zoe is. He also reiterates that he doesn't want to pursue any more women who will live life by the seat of their pants. After saying all that, it's not surprising when Landon eliminates Zoe, but she thinks his reasoning is poor, and that he believes what he wants to believe about her instead of the things she told him about herself. Either way, with Zoe eliminated, that means Landon's final 2 are the Ashleys, both L and R. On the last morning on the farms, the leads check in with their contestants about the realities of post-show relationships. Both Megan and Sydney tell Hunter that they need to periodically travel to Tennessee, either for family or work. In Tennessee, both Kelsey and Rebecca are really excited about the possibility of farm life, which is making Alan's decision about who to choose harder than he prepared for. But he's definitely just gonna pick Kelsey though, right? In Oklahoma, Ashley R. warns Landon to watch out for her sister during their hometown visit. And in North Carolina, Sarah I. admits to Ryan that she'd miss the city, New York, if she moved on to his farm. Though she does tell Ryan that she's adored aspects of life on the horse ranch, it's also made her realize how much she loves her city life. At the end of the segment, all the contestants head home and await their farmers' visits. 3 days later, the trips begin. First up, Landon goes to Orlando to see Ashley R. He has a weird way of greeting her.
How are you?
Didn't think I was gonna miss you this much.
Landon meets Ashley's mom, sister, and daughter Harper, who he isn't convinced will like farm life, even though Ashley repeatedly says she would. But Landon believing what he wants, even after a woman consistently tells him otherwise, is kind of a recurring theme for him. Just ask Zoe. Despite never dating a single mom before, I thought Landon did a good job meeting Harper. He gives her a cow plushie and asks about her pet bird.
Oh, you have birds.
Yeah.
So it likes you?
No.
No?
Don't attack me.
Yeah, it was trying to get me too, so.
To Harper's credit, she also does a good job in what I imagine is the very strange situation of meeting some random dude your mom met on a dating show. It probably helps that she looks older than she did in the photo Ashley showed Landon back in the series premiere. though I was pretty disappointed to see that she doesn't have the pink hair anymore to match her mom's turquoise. At this point in the visit, I'm really hoping to hear a few words from Ashley's gorgeous cat, but her mom and her sister pull Landon for a private talk instead. They want to know basic end of dating show stuff. What attracted Landon to Ashley initially? Are his intentions genuine? Does he love her? Landon answers their questions either generically or not at all. Neither approach impresses.
Do you love her then?
Oh, we're not going there.
I want to go there.
Her sister doesn't hold anything back. Dropping questions about the L word.
Ashley's mom tells the camera that she doesn't see Landon as a family man. Not what you want to hear from the mom of the only contestant who's a parent. Ashley's sister thought that Landon was nice, but also generic, and that his answers to their questions made it seem like he barely knows Ashley, because he doesn't. That night, Landon and Ashley rehash the visit over drinks, just the two of them. To camera, Ashley admits that she has a soft spot for Landon. I guess that makes it a good thing that Landon told Ashley's sister he wasn't in love with her yet. Because imagine how awkward it would be if he said he's in love and she said she has a soft spot. At the end of the night and the trip, Landon kisses Ashley goodbye, but on the forehead. Despite Sarah V's hometown being listed as Dallas throughout the entire season, Ryan meets her in Los Angeles at her parents' bar. He's hesitant about a potential future with Sarah because their romance might not be long-lasting, even though last episode he said he saw himself dating her long-term. At the same time, Ryan is excited about a potential future with Sarah because he believes it'd be drama-free. AKA, Sarah was one of the only contestants who was unbothered when Ryan eliminated women for being too sensitive. In LA, Ryan meets Sarah's parents at their bar. He gifts them a big piece of wood with the letters BS, branded onto it. I'm guessing it stands for Blackstone, which I think is the name of Ryan's ranch. But it could also mean bullshit, of course. Some other possibilities might be Best Sarah, or because it's Ryan, Boo Sensitivity. We learn that Ryan is only the second boyfriend of Sarah's to ever meet her parents. So as long as the other one didn't gift them something better than a piece of wood, I think Ryan's in pretty good shape to make a strong first impression. They ask him about the biggest sacrifice he's ever made in life, and honestly, I was a little gobsmacked by Ryan's answer. He talks about starting work at age 12 to help with family finances. He also says he didn't think of it as a sacrifice back then. It was a heavy answer, and just the first of 2 times this episode that I had to pause my recording and just sit for a second, just take stock. Later, Sarah's mom, then later, her dad, both talk to Ryan privately in the speakeasy section of their bar. Separately, they both tell him to be clearer about his feelings for Sarah to Sarah, because it's clear to them that she has no clue if he likes her or how much. That night, Ryan and Sarah play basketball. Apparently, for just the second time in Ryan's entire life.
I went to play basketball one time years ago.
Now I gotta see what you have. Let me see it. Out in California.
During the game, Ryan finally tells Sarah he likes her, but only because she asks, and only because she asks through the simplest of lenses. A classic middle school, do you like me, check yes or no note. And those work. That's how I got my first boyfriend.
Ready, look. If you were to look at a piece of paper, we're back in high school right now, right? Do you like me? Check yes or check no?
Check yes.
Oh, you do know how to say it.
Alan looks like a farmer fashionista when he arrives in Columbus, Georgia to meet Kelsey's family and her best friend. During this scene, we finally learn something else about Alan, other than the fact that he's divorced and he's bad at saying his feelings. Specifically, we learn that Alan's family all lives within 20 minutes of each other back in Tennessee, and that on Sundays after church, they all gather at his mom's house to eat. Maybe not the most exciting factoid, but I'll take what I can get from Alan at this point. During this meal with Kelsey's family, Alan is reassured that despite Kelsey's lack of farming experience, her family and his family are all cut from the same cloth. Later, Kelsey's best friend does her due diligence by pulling Alan for a private chat. She wants to talk about his divorce. He promises that he's totally over his ex-wife, which is literally the only thing Kelsey's bestie needs to hear before returning to her with rave reviews about Alan. That evening, Kelsey takes Alan for a stroll along a popular town bridge. It's really pretty. During, Kelsey admits that she's falling for Alan, and Alan says that he clicks with Kelsey. But that's probably how you say falling for in Alanese. Still, there continues to be lengthy, awkward silences between them.
I'm not looking forward to the decision I've got to make. You know,
Yeah. I know it's tough on you.
it's honestly a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Just don't have to follow your heart.
I don't know, go with my gut.
Yep. Oh, that's scary.
Now, I personally don't believe that all silences are inherently awkward, but the editors sure want you to think all Allens are. Hunter heads to Nashville, Tennessee, where Sydney lives and apparently dresses like Carmen Sandiego on her way to a funeral.
Meeting family's a big step in any relationship. Sydney's a pistol, and I'm really excited to meet the people that loaded that gun.
En route, Hunter explains that he and Sydney's engine is finally starting to stoke. So basically, he's got 2 contestants left, and he's sorta starting to like one of them. Hunter meets Sydney, her mom, and her mom's best friend at a rooftop bar in Nashville. Immediately, Sydney leaves the table to get Hunter a drink, leaving him alone with her family. He tells them that Sydney's got a large chunk of his heart. After, Hunter leaves the table so Sydney can be alone with her family. They urge her to consider the age difference between her and Hunter, 9 years, and how that might impact who wants kids and when. Basically, Hunter wants him soon, but Sydney might not. That night, Sydney also takes Hunter for a bridge stroll. During, she warns him about how much she travels for work, but Hunter assures her that absence makes the heart grow fonder. Just not too much absence. She also warns him that she's not ready for child rearing, but in response to that, Hunter just repeats the thing he said to her family about Sydney having a large chunk of his heart. At the end of the episode, 3 of the farmers, Alan, Hunter, and Ryan, travel to their second hometown visits. Meanwhile, Landon travels to his home in Oklahoma. And this is the second time I had to pause my recording. In the final moments, right before the credits roll, we learn that after ongoing medical problems, Landon's dad died. Via narration, Jennifer Nettles sends her thoughts to the family, and the episode ends there. So, I guess I will too. In the next episode, the farmers finish their hometown visits, with the obvious possible exception of Landon. In the full season trailer, we do see him at the final decision location. So I think he'll probably finish the show, but he might not make it to Dallas to meet Ashley L., which would be a letdown because you know he's got a full notebook of jokes about how terrible Dallas is ready to recite at her. Also, Rebecca asks Alan why he acts differently around Kelsey than he does around her, and the answer is because he likes Kelsey. Sarah I wonders if her romance with Ryan can last in reality, not just on reality TV. And being at home makes Megan realize that she misses being at home. Do we think the contestants are ever going to meet the farmers' families? I know the Sarahs and Megan already have, but what about all the other women? Is that coming in episode 11? Until then, thanks for watching. Come back next Tuesday for another Farmer Wants a Wife recap. And in the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.